Hello and welcome, Hobo Joe Show. Tonight we're doing a test stream, day 0. Tomorrow is Fish Tank Season 2, Episode 1, or officially starting of Season 2, Day 1, I should say, not episode. So we're just kind of testing out the stream. I got it broadcasting to as many places as possible. And what I'm going to do, what my plan, my goal here tonight, it's going to be short, but every night, almost every night, if I can, depending on my schedule, doing an update on what's happening, what's going on, and then maybe like a weekly end of week update, what's happened throughout the whole week, along with the normal YouTube channel clips that will be happening on the Hobo Joe channel. And just like normal with the Hobo Joe show, this is going to be critiqued for Fish Tank. If you haven't seen the Hobo Joe show, I highly recommend it. It's on YouTube. I've got a playlist for it. It's also on Spotify and everywhere else that does podcasts. But we're going to go ahead and look over at our old classic cabin scene. Okay. Right. So, day 0, right? There's a couple things that have happened recently in the last 24 hours. We're looking at the fishtank.live website. First of all, some changes that have happened that I've noticed immediately. Top right, it's a little bit cropped out here. Top right, it says last TTS message. So that's going to be super helpful. Season 1, that change there, because you would only see it in the chat, I think, if I remember right, and it would quickly scroll up from everybody else that's talking, messaging in chat that there's a TTS coming in, what room it's going to. So that's easy to get missed if you're not paying attention. You know, you're doing whatever, you're living your life, which Fish Tank highly consumes that life. You'll miss that. So having that up there is really extremely convenient to have there. Other thing that is new on the bottom left here, we have a selection for fish, and we see the fish board, and it shows a list of presumably 10 people. So our guess, my guess, would be possibly 10 contestants for this season, which is pretty nuts. We know from Twitter that, and from the fish tank, that's horribly pronounced, enunciated Twitter X username, but that's what he goes by, at fish tank. He puts these archived information out there about what's going on in the fish tank chat and the fish tank live world every day, daily, 24-hour updates. So he's we have this fish board, and so we see there's 10, presumably 10 people that we can guess from, and then there's this box here in red with numbers. Who knows what that means? We could presumably say that's fish bucks. A couple of people I've talked to have said that's fish bucks. The Twitter, hold on, I'll put it. It is fish tank. Yeah, that guy put it. Fish tank. That's what his Twitter handle. He does a lot of great updates. Well, thank you for putting that in there, Ninja Horse. But presumably, we could say that this is some sort of scoring system that's next to each fish contestant. Maybe it's fish bucks. Maybe it's the cucumber feet mentioned. There's like the shadow point system. I think cucumber feet. Somebody did. Somebody mentioned there's a shadow point system right from last season, season 1, right? And you have like the last couple episodes of season 1 where they're in the final cell challenge and they're doing all these different challenges to accumulate a set number of points. If memory serves me right, it's like 20 something or 30 something with what they were saying. Some obscure number that meant nothing. They were saying the first fish contestant that gets to that point wins fish tank. Obviously, that wasn't true. Impact is saying probably either fish bucks on the fish or the number of people watching that fish. That's a good thought there. Yeah, it's a good idea there. How many people are watching it? Now, we've had like, I think in season 1 there was like, one point they were saying 60,000 people were on the website at one time. So if it is people watching at one time, it only goes in the hundreds. So who knows, Who knows? And the other thing too is if it is fish bucks, last season fish bucks were what, $500 US dollars fish bucks. So that's kind of like, you got 2 fish bucks, you broke that number count. So unless they change the valuation of a fish buck, who knows what this mysterious 3-digit 000 will be. But we have this fish board, or potentially we could assume contestants. Colors, they're color coordinated. The menu's a little bit different. There's a menu button here now to have a drop down for all of your different selectable deals. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was there's presumably fish tank leak. So we have this. I don't know if it was originally posted by him, but I just saw it on Twitter at 93VVV_ posted it and said a season 2 cast. This is like, yes, obviously nothing is confirmed as far as I know. I think so. Yeah, somebody pointed out this is damn. So I think this is a different. This must be an edited image because the one I saw, it wasn't this guy, but I was looking at him and I was like, wow, that's the dude that shot that priest and then said it was an alien, and he shot him in the head 3 times and somehow he survived. So that's pretty funny though. But man, if he was in the tank, that'd be like mind blowing. But what I wanted, just I thought it was funny. Just looking from top left, going over right. So we have strange Taiwanese massage worker here, weird pencil thin eyebrows, and very odd. It has the wonky leady eye look. One's looking at you, the other one's looking at the gunman in the corner. Who knows? And then we have contestant number 2, presumably, and this very dark, soulless number 3, I think, is that Lanza guy just with a wig. Number 4 looks like the chick that stole all that money from that the crypto company that was taking like amphetamines and shit. And then number 5 looks like Betty with a wig. And then number 6, I don't know. 7 is the dude from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And then 8, I'll try to find an image originally what 8 would look like, but 9, who knows? I'm pretty sure that's a dude. And then 10, I think that's an AI generated image of like a Chinese driver's license or something. But it's just interesting that they went up to 10 contestants. A lot for one house. I don't think the house looked that big. I think there was also a that was put out. I actually have to fish for it. Of the cameras. I think Jet put it out. Yeah, but he tweeted out a getting the cameras, little tease of the cameras from Fish Tank, and I thank you for that. Yep, thank you Eric Cartman for subscribing. Park is awesome. We have this tweet from Jet, and it shows it's like a little I'm gonna get nope. You got Josie running around into each camera, right? So we have like an angle you could kind of tell right here is like a staircase or a stairway. There's a blurred out, maybe a room. You could see a doorway in the center. I don't know why it's blurred out. Talk about that in this. And here's probably another hallway, openings to two separate rooms. Maybe that's the top of the stairs there. A darked out room. My guess is the darked out room is the attic. We're gonna see all the haunted ghosts, and then we have maybe a den or a living room here with Josie blurred out. And then there's a so they were saying Jet was saying that he was doing a bunch of murals in each of the bedrooms, right? So we have one bedroom here that has been painted with a mural tree that you can tell here, and I think maybe that's a one. Maybe this is bedroom one. And you can clearly see two. And Wes was saying that one of the bedrooms was pink shag carpet, pink wallpaper. So bedroom two, and then a blurred out room here. Lots of yellow. You could see yellow trim on what could be a doorway here. I can't tell. Maybe that's the fireplace through an opening of another hallway. Who knows? And then the doghouse. So Jet was saying, or not Jet, but on Fish Tank. Like we can go back to the Fish Tank. Fish tool. So there's where did it go? You have one to send somebody to doghouse. Blind. Cigarette delivery. We could talk about all of these actually. So that you have your original bed snatcher, loot crates, snack delivery, plushie, scream, shark attack, dump the can. From the original season one, these were there. Some of these were added, some of these were changed. There used to be one that was like I think like a bear attack. There was an RC car. I don't think any of those were fully fleshed out all the way. And then you have now cigarette delivery. You give somebody a cigarette, take a fish buck from somebody. That's kind of crazy. Force two contestants on a date. Ben trauma dump. We kind of got that for free in season one. Now we have to pay for it with his interesting stories. Shine my shoes. Target contestant must shine another target contestant's shoes. Shut up. They get a silence bag, so they get like Taliban, like Guantanamo Bay style. Then you can give fish buck to people. Initiate beef. You gotta challenge one another. And then the loser spends the night in the doghouse. So kind of goes with here the doghouse they have set up. And then we could see this angle on the camera next to that one where this is probably Chris's bar looking into the den or a living room. And then I don't know what the hell this is. This is some sort of obviously it's not stairs. This is some weird tiered platform in a room. I can't make out what that is. And then you have this crazy looking clown room. Look at this couch. It's like hard to tell. You can't make this bigger. This couch here blends in with the wallpaper. It reminds me of juicy fruit, not juicy fruit. What is that? Zebra gum. Zebra gum, that crazy fruity flavor for 1 second gum. And then you can see another angle of this weird platform in the background. Then the kitchen. Kitchen just looks like a generic 70s old house. Hasn't really been renovated type of kitchen. Smoke the whole cart, one says. Help them. Wait, so what happens if multiple people end up in the doghouse? I don't know. That would be interesting. Maybe, I mean, it sounds like it's I don't know what the dollar valuation of these little fish tokens are. I think it's a lot how much it costs to buy them in the first place, but somebody wants to spend that cash, and obviously they have in Fish Tank Season 1. That would be interesting to see. Everybody just getting forced into the doghouse. Hope they give them free tokens for fuck ups again. That would be generous. Nick really delivered on the Wild House. Yeah, Jet's been saying this entire time that he's had a lot of help from Nick Rochefort, who hosts the Scuffed Realtor stream. And so it's going to be very interesting on how what he's done to help stylize this house. Obviously, we can see a lot of things potentially are antiques uh already. Different types of furniture styles like the couch that he was saying. I could see a coat rack here. This is a wonky look coat rack. Um Long until some weird buys a date with the fish toy. That'd be fun. I don't know if that TTS went through, but TNT says Gary jury fishmas to all my chocolatiers. There's supposed to be an Indian woman that I have set on Streamlabs. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna play.
Jerry Fishmas greater than to all my chocolatiers, Christmas tree, fishing.
Wonderful. Christmas in Bangladesh. Love it. Thank you, TNT. I really appreciate that, brother. And check out him on Twitter as well. I think he's got his own clan on Fish Tank, and he's got a Twitter. He's got a cool Twitter, so check that out. Yeah, Nick definitely isn't involved. How long do you guys think it'll take for? Man, it's really weird that this season they're being so secretive about the contestants, because last season that was the first thing they led with was a trailer with the contestants being wild and crazy. You know, Simmons looking profile left and right. So that's just going to be interesting on why they're being so secretive. Um, who knows? You know, maybe we have some special surprises in store. There's been like I think a lot of people like there's a guy from the host the Pod Awful podcast. I don't know how big that is, but I've seen him on Twitter and YouTube a couple times, and it's interesting that he's gonna be. I guess he's got some kind of role in Fish Tank, so that'll be interesting. I don't know if he's an contestant or if he's some sort of helping out with it or freeloader, but that's gonna be. And I think the freeloaders aspect of it as well is gonna be very interesting, especially with we already know the leak of Josie and Vance, well, coming back to help for season 2. That again, they're being so secret. Jed has deleted all Instagram posts and tags. He's either really wary about the location, or there's another plant. That Jet, I feel like his Twitter's always been this way since Fish Tank season 1. He delete. There's so many deleted psyop tweets. There's so much things where he says one thing and then we find out something else is happening. So who knows? I think that was where I was trying to my point previously talking about though was they were saying that there's 2 contestants that left and all gaslighting all of us and saying that maybe it might be delayed another 4 months and all this stuff. And now there's I guess this leak, unconfirmed leak. If it is true, that'd be funny that Jet was gaslighting us. We're losing 2 contestants, and then all of a sudden now we have 10. So that would be pretty classic of it. Who knows? There was probably a plant in one post. Yeah, definitely. He tweeted once like a series of like 13, 14 digits and then deleted it. That was really weird. There's so many cryptic, wild. I don't know if it's because he's misspelling things or he doesn't. He's being secretive. I don't. Who knows? It's Fish Tank is just one whole colossal mindfuck completely. Cobra is definitely going to be there after Christmas. I don't know much about this Cobra guy, but I know that they were trying to get him into season 1. He looks like an interesting fella from what I've seen. I'd definitely like to learn more about Cobra though. What have I missed? Jim is alive again. Here's hoping. Bathroom cam has audio. This is gonna be the nastiest chat ever. That was definitely something interesting for them to put out, that there's going to be bathroom cameras and we're going to be able to 4K watch these people take shits. And I don't know how a lot of people think. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it personally, but that's just interesting that that's going to be a thing. I know we've had the bathroom confessional camera from last season, and we got to see people like Ontarius, Airsoft Fatty take shits. That was something. I'll say something. That's gonna be interesting. Well, what the fuck did his Nick actually run away? That's terrible. Yeah. Huh. Vance is going to be a shark, ENT says. That would be interesting. Definitely an interesting life arc for Vance to go through horrible Hell House and then come back and be Shark on the show. That's a wild idea. Hober's been so flaky, and hearing he could still dip last minute, at least we've got Shoe Nice. Uh, and who knows about Shoe Nice really? Because there's all he's being. I don't know. I don't know if it's the way Shoe Nice is, you know, or if he's him and Jed have rubbed off on each other, but he's being very cryptid, or maybe he's saying too much and he's being told to delete things, but he's definitely said things and deleted things. And yeah, he couldn't go on Fish Tank originally because of medical problems, and then he went to the doctor and everything's fine. And Sam saying he wanted to get him on the show at some point for at least one day if he can. So that would be very interesting to see Shoe Nice, especially now from his deleted tweets saying that he has a medical clean bill of health. To have him back and show up on the show, that would be wild. I mean, Shoe Nice, I I know he's had trouble with alcohol in the past, and I don't want to really somebody who's had those kinds of problems um go into that again, but that would definitely be something that you could have on a reality show that would definitely wild for other people to watch. Uh and Brandon Buckingham slipping on the wet slippery spaghetti noodles was hilarious, and him kicking that cabinet. I enjoyed Brandon Buckingham, I think, for the short time that he was there. Let's hope producers don't go soft on the fish half through. Then again, yeah, I I I'm with you on that one. Going from season 1, I kind of wanted them to be rough from the beginning, because the whole idea of Fish Tank, right, was this crazy idea that it's supposed to be Hell House. It's supposed to be we're supposed to shit on these guys. This the whole time that it's supposed to be an unbearable experience. They're not supposed to be there. They're not you're not supposed to want to be comfortable there. Gonna be eliminated. So the whole thing is like elimination. So like Frank Castle coming into the house on season 1, that was amazing to have Frank come in. But I think that maybe his full potential was hindered a little bit, because he definitely could have done a lot more hassling some people. But I want to see a lot of people get hassled. That'll be good to go. Hopefully, I'm hoping for some house fires. Somebody was like tweeting, "What do you want to see in season 2?" And someone replied and showed a GIF of a Christmas tree burning in a living room, and I thought that was the most hilarious thing. Imagine Christmas Day. Somehow these people have lit the Christmas tree on fire. In season 1, we had people putting in a gas stove. They were putting cardboard pizza boxes to reheat pizza. The pizza's inside of the cardboard box. They're putting it in the oven to reheat it in a gas oven. It was just wild. And there were so many times on that stove that they almost caused house fires, with Airsoft Fatty setting off the fire alarm like 3 times. It was just a fire is bound to happen. I pray it doesn't happen, but uh, it would be funny. It'd be hilarious. Those are pretty much updates. And this is a test stream too, so I have this stream going on what, like, I think it's on Twitter, YouTube, Hick. I want to make sure it's set up right and able to, well as clipping at the same. But I think that pretty much covers like all the updates. I put a video out that had a lot of what we know so far. Kind of went detail as I could on that. That I think most recently those are the pretty big ones. And Impact says your mic is cutting out now and then. Yeah, I have a gate filter set up, so maybe I just need to adjust that. Let me go ahead and do that just to make sure that's set. And we'll set that back. And testing, testing. Can you hear me now? How's that sound? Is it cutting out a lot more frequently? Got you 1307 putting a heart out there in chat. Hell yeah, shout out to the bum army. By the way, if you guys are on the Fish Tank Live website, definitely check out your choices of clans. You've got these other guys. Then you've got the bum army. Let me tell you, homeless people are not going anywhere. In fact, the society is just forcing more homeless people on us. So shout out to the bum army. I don't think there's much else to that they've really put out. Who do you guys want to see as uh, reloaders on the show? I know I definitely want to see Shoe Nice and Frank Castle. I pray Frank Castle comes back. Thank you, Sigma Male, for letting me write. Noise gate isn't hindering it too much. With the new contestants, like with the leak, with the fake leak here, I would definitely go for this dude here because he's the one who sees the aliens and he's gonna fucking put a bullet in their head even though they don't die. But that's who I'm rooting for. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I think that's more of like a day one. What am I like update? What am I feeling? On these contestants here because who knows if this is even real on these guys. Yeah, but put Hassan in the take, right? Yeah, so yeah, the somebody was saying in a TTS from season 1 that there was alternate fish tanks happening all at once and that there was a black fish tank with only black contestants. A nice change of pace. See what happens there. Oh man, R.I.P. to Terry Davis. No, I don't know it was posted. There was a leak with a names. It was I have it in my messages actually. Let me pull that up. We'll go over that too. The kind of it's from Cairo Keen. And does anybody know Cairo? I keep seeing his name pop up. Anything about the fella? The name's presumably, if this is real, Trisha. Who knows how to say that? Egan, Summer, Jimmy. Oh, then there's the original guy, Cole, Thomas. Man, what a wild bunch! I will say that. Uh, I'm wondering how Shinji's gonna play out. I really feel like if that is if these are contestants, if Shinji is just some AI generate, I really feel like that's AI. But it definitely looks like a Uncanny Valley kind of like a person deal going on here. It'd be funny if he spoke no English, fresh off the boat. He's in the fish tank house. This is his first impression of America, like kind of like and his first experience is fish tank. That's pretty much like all the news, all the updates that I've got going on right. And we're gonna come back again tomorrow, and hopefully every day as much as I can, and then a weekly closeout on what's happened in the week so far. But I'm really excited for Fish Tank Season 2. I'll be still posting more clips for you folks as well. Thank you for being here, everybody that's here. And thank you to TNT, everybody else, and Bom Army. But I appreciate you guys. I think that I'm going to go ahead and close it out for the night for this episode, episode 0 of the Fish Tank updates for the Hobo Joe Show. Thank you all. Good night. God bless.